I cannot believe Apple has not talked about these AirPods Pro 2 features, from the magic of magnets to a James Bond-like hidden tool to a health feature that could save your hearing. Let's dive into 25 AirPods Pro 2 tips and hidden features that I guarantee you guys have never heard of. Let's go. Starting with the tip of never losing your AirPods. Now, Apple has allowed you to use Find My to find your AirPods case. You can also play a sound with the new speakers. But did you know that if you lose one of your AirPods, you could still use Find My? What's gonna say now in Find My, it's will say case with either left or right bud, and the other will just see the bud by itself. Now, if you go ahead and hit the bud and hit play sound, it's gonna prompt you to say, is anyone have this in your ear? It's gonna be a volume warning. You can still play the sound, and it'll be a very faint sound, but what you can still do is use the Find My app. So if I put this over here, hit the Find Nearby, I could go ahead and still find my missing AirPod. Another tip on finding your AirPods is if you're busy and you don't have your hands available, well, you could actually just use Siri. So Siri, find my AirPods.
I can't tell if they're nearby. I can try playing a loud sound if you're sure they're not in anyone's ears. Should I do that?
Yes, then it should play on the speaker.
Pinging them now.
There we go. Okay, now I got two AirPods here. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take one of the AirPods out of this case, and I'm gonna take an AirPod out of someone else's case, reenacting what would happen if an AirPod that was not yours went into your case. First off, disgusting. But what's gonna happen, it's gonna beep at me, and then it's gonna start blinking this amber light, letting me know this is not my AirPod. So I'm gonna take that back out and put the correct one in. It's gonna go back to blinking green, letting me know this is unique to me and to me only. What's also unique is Apple has a magnet in the back of its case. So let's go ahead and check out what we can do with it. So if you guys didn't know already, AirPods have a magnet in the back of the case. So I could go ahead and magnetically charge to a MagSafe charger, even an Apple Watch charger. But since they're magnetic, I could go ahead and attach it to any magnetic surface, like my fridge. So I could go ahead and do my dishes, come back and grab my AirPod case. Now this next feature doesn't have to do with magnets, but it is a new way of charging. Let's check it out. So if you got the newest AirPods Pro 2 with the USB-C in it, and you have the iPhone 15, then you have this unique charging ability to go ahead and plug in the USB-C into the now USB-C port for the iPhone 15, and actually plug it in on the other side with the AirPods Pro 2 with USB-C, and you could actually reverse charge from your iPhone to your AirPods. So now you could charge anywhere you're at as long as you have an iPhone. Pretty cool. And while we're on the topic of charging, sometimes it's really hard to tell when your AirPods are actually charged. But what you can actually do, whether it's wired or wireless, is you can put them on the charger, and then when you double tap it, if it blinks orange, that means it's not charged yet. But if it's green, that means it is fully charged. What if you are not charging them? How are you gonna tell what the battery life is? Well, what you could do is obviously open it up next to your phone, it'll pop up, and it'll tell you what the battery life is. But let's say your AirPods was in the other room. How are you gonna tell now? Well, what you're gonna do is you're gonna go to the home screen and you're gonna hit the plus sign for the widgets, and you're gonna add the batteries widget. What it's gonna do on the batteries widget, it's gonna tell you what the charge is like for the case and the AirPods themselves, no matter where they are. So it's like having an extra set of eyes. And speaking of extra set of eyes, this next tip is great with a friend. So now I'm gonna go ahead and play this out, and you're gonna see how this is gonna work. Hey man, what are you doing? Hey, keep it down, he's trying to sleep over there. Oh, my bad, I didn't see him over there. It's all good, I think he's pretty knocked out right now. But I'm watching a show, what do you need? Oh, what show are you watching? Yeah, it's this show called Suits. Suits? Oh, I love that show. Can I watch with you? Yeah, of course, but I can't play audio right now because he's sleeping. But do you have AirPods or Beats? Yeah, I got AirPods right here. Okay, dope. We could actually both connect our AirPods and share audio. Oh, sweet. We can share audio? Show me how to do that. Yeah, so let me pause this real quick. And all I'm gonna do here is go at the top right, swipe down for my control center. I'm gonna hit these AirPod symbols up here at the top right, showing that I'm watching Suits. And then right here, it says share audio. So now it's asking me to bring your headphones close to my iPad so we can connect. So go ahead and hand that over. Yeah, man, here you go. All right, thanks. So what I'm gonna do here is right next to my iPad, I'm gonna open up your AirPods. It's gonna say share audio and your AirPods are there. Hit share audio, hold the button on the back of the AirPods, and then boom, it's connecting. and now we are both connected and we could both watch Suits at the same time. Here you go. Oh, sweet, man. How did you learn how to do this? Yeah, man, I only know these things because I follow Anthony Olivieri's tech YouTube channel. He gives the best tips and reviews on the latest tech. You should subscribe too. Oh, dang, I should probably subscribe too. That was magical. Speaking of magical, these AirPods are magic noise controlling devices. They have 3 modes. They have transparency mode, which you've heard of when you go outside, you just bring in all the outside noise. Noise cancellation, which blocks out all the noise, and I just used to take that very sweet nap. But there's a 3rd mode. So if you go onto your home screen, then go to the control center and hold on to the AirPods and click on noise control, you'll see a 3rd option called adaptive transparency. So when you turn that on, you're pretty much in transparency mode. But for instance, if you're outside, walk by a construction site, and it's as loud as 85 decibels or higher, it will automatically turn on noise cancellation so you can focus on what you are listening to. Pretty nifty. And with iOS 17, we got this really cool feature called conversation awareness. Now what this does, it allows you to have a conversation with someone in front of you. Like I'm talking to this guy right here. Hey, what show were you watching? Watching the best show ever, man, Suits. Oh, that's really cool. And while I was talking to this person, the noise cancellation actually went down to transparency, so I could fully hear this person talking to me and having a conversation without me actually taking off my AirPods. But not only can AirPods control noise, they can actually control your volume. With AirPods 2 or the AirPods 2 with USB-C, all you have to do is go into the AirPods settings, and under accessibility settings of your AirPods Pro 2, you could toggle on the volume swipe. So now you can simply swipe up to increase the volume and down to decrease it without actually needing your device to do it. And since we're already under these settings, let's go ahead and look at press and hold. This is a customization where you could go ahead and customize what actions a press and hold does on each AirPod. So for instance, on one of your AirPods, you could customize it to switch between the 3 different modes, or you could have it be Siri. So why this is cool is one of them could be for the noise control, and the other one could be to activate Siri, so you have multiple options to use during this customization. Now, if you're someone that doesn't want to use both AirPods, you should probably know that noise cancellation doesn't work by default with just one in your ear. So what you got to do is go to the AirPod settings and go to accessibility, and then turn on noise cancellation with one earbud. What that's going to do is now you could freely have this ear open for whatever case you might need it for, while still having noise cancellation out of one ear. Let's go back down for a second. I need to pick up my hat. Well, let me tell you what's really annoying. Might as well do these while I'm down here. When you're doing a workout and Siri interrupts the song you're playing. So I got a fix for you. What you're gonna do is you're gonna go to the settings app and go to notifications, and then from there you're gonna turn off Siri announcements. What this is gonna allow you to do is make sure Siri never interrupts your workout again. Well, since we're under notifications, if you like sending messages with Siri but hate always having to confirm them to send a message, then this tip is for you. So on that same page, it's gonna allow you to turn off reply with confirmation, which means next time you use Siri to send a message, you don't have to wait for them to confirm, it'll go right through. Messaging is nice, but AirPods are a really good phone call device. Actually, I'm getting a call right now. I gotta take this. Hey, Big Cook, how you doing? Yeah, I'm doing great. It was great seeing you at the Christmas party last year. Yeah, likewise. Well, anyways, right now I'm actually doing a quick tips tutorial on the AirPods, and I'm surprised you guys don't talk about these features. Actually, give me one sec. So what I just did there is I double tapped my AirPods. So if you didn't know, you can actually now mute and unmute your AirPods due to the last iOS version. So all you have to do is go under AirPod settings, and you can actually customize if you wanted to do 1 click or 2. Let's get back to this call. Hey Tim, so yeah, also I wanted to congratulate you on the release of the Vision Pros. But one thing I would recommend is a lower cost, because that is expensive. Oh, so you're not gonna lower the cost? Oh, you know what? 1 second. Siri, hang up the call. So what you can do here is use Siri to hang up the phone. What you're gonna do to set this up is go to settings and then go all the way to accessibility, and then all the way down to Siri, and then go all the way down to where it says call hang up. From there, when you turn that feature on, anytime you're on a phone call, your hands are occupied, you you can simply say Siri, hang up the call, and it will end the call for you. So if you guys thought that feature was handy, this next one is gonna make you feel like Mr. 007 himself. But be careful, do not get caught. So let's make sure we're as secretive as possible and get into position. That's a little closer. Okay, run back. All right, guys, so what I did is I put my phone in the other room, and what I did is go to my settings app and I went to control center and I added the hearing app. So when I go to my control center, I'm gonna hit the ear app and I'm gonna click on live listen. Since my phone's in the other room, I can now pick up people's conversations through my AirPods. So it's like I'm eavesdropping. So let's see what they're saying. Yo, Karen, I gotta talk about Anthony. That man is so weird. Oh my gosh, right? I don't know what he's doing over there, filming things and doing God knows what on the internet. I know, right? I don't know what he's hoping is gonna happen. Maybe he thinks he's gonna be one of these big YouTubers. YouTube, this three-legged cat will get way more views than him. Okay, agree. Anyways, this feature is not really meant for eavesdropping or using like this, even though you can. Maybe that's why Apple doesn't talk about it too much. But what it's really meant for is for people that have hearing impairments. So for instance, let's say you're in a classroom and it's really far away, you're in a class of 500 people. You actually put your phone next to the professor in the front of the class, use your AirPods in the back, and to be able to hear the teacher talking. So it's a pretty nifty app to have, especially if you have hearing impairment. And I guess you can use it to eavesdrop still if you really wanted to. Also on the hearing app, there's something called background sounds. Now I'm gonna go to the bed so we can really get into these soothing sounds. Let's go. All right, so on background sounds, you could play some very, very smoothing and calming background noises. You could do some bright noise, some dark noise, or my favorite is the rain. Nothing's better than getting a good night's sleep in the rain. But yeah, pretty cool. Also under the hearing app, you could actually use conversation boost to really pick up the audio coming from someone conversating in front of you. This is just gonna enhance that so you can easily hear people with your AirPods. And his next tip is to make sure these AirPods are actually fitting correctly in your ear. Yes, Apple provides you with 3 different tips, but which one is better for you? Well, under your Apple AirPods settings, you could actually scroll down to where it says ear tip test. On the ear tip test, it's gonna see how they fit in your ear and it will let you know if it's good or bad. So if you see it says good seal, that means you're gonna get the best audio using those types of ear tips. And it doesn't stop there. You could customize your AirPods even more. So if you go to settings, then accessibility, and then go to audio and visual. From there, you're gonna go to headphone accommodations. This is where you can customize the audio on your AirPods. You can tune the audio for a more balanced tone, vocal range, or brightness to customize what frequencies are boosted. You could also boost soft sounds, and you can even customize your transparency mode. Here you can customize the application, the transparency balance between both AirPods, adjust darker and brighter frequencies, customize ambient noise reduction, and add on the conversation boost to make the person in front of you easier to hear. But let's take this customization even further. When you click on custom audio, from here, you could upload an audiogram. So if you upload an audiogram from, let's say, a hearing test, you can now customize how your AirPods sound when you're on phone calls, watching movies, or listening to music. But if you don't have one, you can have your iPhone create a custom one for you instead. All you do is simply take this test. It'll ask you a couple questions on what sounds better to you, either the left or the right. And at the end, it will give you a custom AirPod setting that you could compare to the standard setting to choose which one is better for you. Now, AirPods are also great for entertainment. So let's get my iPad and start watching some movies. So AirPods allow for spatial audio. What is spatial audio? Well, it's this multi-dimensional sound when you're watching movies, TV shows, or music. It's pretty crazy. So if you haven't tried it, I highly recommend it. There's a symbol on each of the movies or music that will allow you to know if there's spatial audio on it. So for instance, on Netflix, there's The Night Agent, and then there's Karate Kid, and then Apple Music even has a whole playlist on just spatial audio so you can get that full immersive experience. Now, there's two types of audio for spatial audio. One is a head tracked audio or a fixed setting. Fixed setting is more of your device to sit still and where you are at towards that device. Head tracked audio is when you're moving your head, you can hear sounds come from different ways, just like you would in real life. If you turn your head, you hear most of the sound this way. If you turn your head this way, you hear most of the sound this way. Now, to switch between these settings, all you have to do is go to the AirPods settings in the control center. When you click on the volume, you hit spatial audio and you can switch between those two. To really use the head track system, you will have to set up that personalized spatial audio. And I really think this is something the Vision Pros will take to the next level, especially when they show spatial videos. Your listening experience is super important, but what's even more important is this next tip, which is preserving your hearing. What you're gonna do is go into the Health app and under Browse, go to Hearing. From there, you're gonna be able to track the audio levels you've been using with your AirPods. In the app, it will tell you how loud in decibels you've been listening to music and also for how long you're staying at these decibels. For me personally, I don't wear my AirPods longer than, let's say, an hour and a half, because I mostly use them at the gym. But unless I'm on an airplane, I'll probably use them for about 6 to 8 hours at a time, depending on how long the flight is. Now, this is a great app to be able to track and regulate those levels to make sure I'm not losing my hearing in the long run when I get older. So these are the 25 tips and hidden features to take your experience using the AirPods Pro to the next level. There's a ton of Apple products out there that actually have hidden features like this that they just don't talk about. So if you guys are interested in videos like that, go ahead and like and subscribe to the channel and tell me in the comments below which tip was your favorite, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.